A quiet but powerful change is reshaping the North American auto industry. For decades, Japanese carmakers like Toyota and Honda built massive factories in the US, creating thousands of jobs. But now, the tide is turning. On October 29, 2025, Japanese auto giants are redirecting billions north, to Canada. This isn't a minor tweak, it's a fundamental shift that will impact workers, cities, and economies for years. Shockwaves are rippling from the American Midwest to Ontario's manufacturing hubs. Why? Trade agreements, government policies, and the rising costs of doing business in the US. For Canada, it's a huge win. A comeback for an industry that's faced tough times. For the US, it's a wake-up call, forcing tough questions about competitiveness. Imagine North America as a chessboard. For years, the US held the most powerful pieces. Now, some are moving north. This is about more than cars. It's about the future of manufacturing and economic health for two competitive neighbors. Decisions in Tokyo are changing lives in Windsor, Ontario, and Warren, Ohio. We'll explore why this is happening, what makes Canada so attractive, and the real-world consequences. Canadian cities are preparing for a boom. Some US towns are bracing for a downturn. The great auto industry shakeup has begun, and its effects are just starting to be felt. Let's dive into this new era. For 40 years, Japanese automakers chased the American dream, building factories and creating jobs across the US. Their strategy was simple: build cars where you sell them, avoid tariffs, and connect with American consumers. This partnership made Japanese brands household names and the US auto sector a powerhouse. But now, the script is changing. The US market, while still important, is no longer the only or most attractive destination for new investment. Japanese executives are rethinking long-term stability, production costs, and global market access. The answer? Canada. Billions once earmarked for US factories are now heading north. This is a deliberate, strategic pivot. Old assumptions about the US market are fading. Japanese companies are diversifying their North American footprint, hedging their bets. It's not emotional. It's calculated based on risk and reward. The road that once led exclusively to the American heartland now forks, with Canada as the new land of opportunity. The Canadian horizon is brighter than ever for auto manufacturing. The industry's center of gravity is shifting. The future of Japanese investment in North America is being rewritten. And Canada is at the heart of the story. Why is Canada suddenly so attractive to Japanese automakers? It's a mix of smart policy, trade access, and cost savings. Canada's government offers big incentives for EV and battery plants, lowering startup costs and providing business certainty. Trade deals like the CPTPP give Canadian-made cars tariff-free access to huge markets, including Japan, while the US is left out. Canada's public healthcare system saves companies millions, and abundant clean energy appeals to sustainability-minded manufacturers. Add a skilled workforce and a deep history in auto manufacturing, and the case for Canada is clear. It's a powerful combination: government support, global market access, lower costs, and talent. No wonder Japanese automakers are heading north. The impact on Canada is immediate and transformative. Ontario's auto sector is booming with new, high-tech EV and battery factories. Cities like Windsor and Alliston are seeing billions in investment, fueling construction and innovation. Thousands of well-paying jobs are being created, not just on assembly lines but in engineering, software, and logistics. Each factory job sparks more in local supply chains, restaurants, and real estate, a ripple effect of prosperity. Local governments benefit from rising tax revenues, funding better schools and public services. Communities are being revitalized, attracting new families and businesses. Optimism is back after years of uncertainty. A new EV battery plant, for example, employs hundreds during construction and over 1,000 permanently. Local suppliers and small businesses thrive alongside the factories. For Canada, this isn't just an economic trend. It's a powerful force turning factory towns into boom towns. The future looks bright. South of the border, the story is different. US auto towns face uncertainty as billions in investment flow to Canada instead. Fewer new factories and upgrades mean fewer jobs and more anxiety for American workers. Without new investment, existing plants risk obsolescence, threatening the backbone of the American middle class. The slowdown ripples through local suppliers, small businesses, and public services. Communities built on auto manufacturing feel the pinch, tax revenues stagnate, and future growth is clouded. The US risks falling behind in EV and battery technology, losing ground in the industries of tomorrow. This isn't just about today's jobs, it's about the future of American manufacturing. The shift north is a wake-up call the US can't ignore. Let's compare two towns, Maple Creek in Ontario and Buckeye Valley in Ohio. In Maple Creek, a new $5 billion EV battery plant brings thousands of jobs, new housing, and a surge of optimism. The local college partners with the automaker, training residents for high-tech roles. The town thrives. New businesses open, tax revenues rise, and the community grows. In Buckeye Valley, hopes for a similar investment vanish as the company chooses Canada. The existing plant keeps running, but without upgrades, the future feels uncertain. Young people look elsewhere for opportunity, and local businesses hesitate to invest. Plans for new schools are put on hold. Maple Creek is booming. Buckeye Valley faces slow decline. The contrast is stark, and it's playing out across North America. Japanese automakers' pivot is redrawing North America's automotive map. The industrial corridor now stretches deep into Canada, with lasting consequences. Canada is emerging as a leader in EV and battery manufacturing, securing its place in the global supply chain. For the US, this is a critical inflection point. Manufacturing dominance can't be taken for granted. To compete, the US must rethink its business climate, workforce training, and trade policies. Trade access is now as important as market size. Canada's CPTPP advantage is clear. Investment follows trade, and the US-Canada border is the new front line. The future of the North American auto industry will be defined by this new landscape of competition and cooperation. Canada's rebound, fueled by Japanese investment, is a lesson in strategic policy and global vision. The race is on, and the finish line is a clean, green, and prosperous future.